leave for a little while, and
Uh-huh.
before they, restart everything. And this house apparently in the perfect location in this town is close to school.
Right.
For the kids too, and don't have to have a long travel. So when they went to the place, that was probably about 4 hours drive. Before they left,
A 4 hour drive.
4 hours, 4 hours drive.
No, in this case, you have to say a 4 hour drive because it is one drive, so it's a 4 hour
Okay,
drive.
a 4 hour drive.
There you go. Good job.
4 hour drive. So
Uh-huh.
the kids, the whole family was on board, but not until they saw the place. When they saw the house, it wasn't as what they expected. So the house
Uh-huh.
was huge,
Right.
but was very dark. It gives a kind of a not very welcoming feeling to them. It was covered by darkness with the black big old trees, and the house looks really old. The both kids just not buying it, and
Uh-huh.
so
They were not buying
the
it. Yeah. Uh-huh.
not buying it, and
Uh-huh.
they welcome about the real estate agent. His name is Mr. Dawes.
Mr. Dawes.
The Mr. Dawes. I'm terrible at
Daw.
spelling his name.
Dawes.
Mr. Dawes.
No,
Mr.
don't say Dow. Say Dawes. Daw.
Daw.
Dawes. Yeah, we're using
Dawes.
in this case we're using this vowel here. Dawes.
Right, Dawes. Okay. Mr. Dawes. Welcome by Mr. Dawes. So mom, dad try to convince the both kids to have a look, at least, give it a try.
Give it a try.
Give it a try. Give it a try,
Okay.
past tense. But give it a
Uh-huh.
try. But Amanda, happy to do that. Was happy to do that, but
Uh-huh.
Josh was not. Josh was very persistent. He's a quite a spoiled kid, and he generally gets his way, what he wants, but not this time. So he insisted to stay outside with the family dog, Peter.
Petey. Uh-huh.
P.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
The whole family went in the big house, and Amanda immediately started falling in love with this place because the place was huge, especially when she walked into her own room. She loved it because it's huge and has so much space, so much potential. She loved the fact she could have her own bathroom, and she have a big window, and there's a seat next to it.
A big window.
A big window,
Uh-huh.
and there's a big window and a seat next to it, and she could imagine herself sit next to it and watching out the window on the street.
Uh-huh. Go on.
And she also loved the fact there is a big walk-in closet.
Okay. Good. Very, very good.
When she looked around, while she looked around the room by herself, she saw a strange blonde-haired young boy turn up in
A
front of the way.
blonde-haired boy. Haired.
Blonde-haired.
Yes, if you're describing somebody in that way you just did right now, you have to say a blonde-haired boy.
Past tense.
Yeah. Yeah, a
Blonde-haired boy.
Uh-huh.
A blonde-haired boy. Turned up in front of the doorway. When she just about to talk to her, because she thought that was her brother, the young boy disappeared.
Uh-huh.
So she immediately she thought she has suspicions in her head. She went out apartment. She went to Mr. Dell. She asked, "Is this house haunted?"
Very good.
Yeah. So and Mr. Dell paused and said no, refused, denied that's the case.
Uh-huh.
And after that, they actually is really worried because her brother and the family dog P disappeared. The whole family was quite worried.
Okay. Good, good. Very good. Okay. Okay. Let me ask you
Not
a few
very
let me ask you a few
description, but
let me
it's
let me
okay.
let me ask you a few questions. All right. So what is the name of the city?
The Dark Falls.
Okay. I want you don't say the Dark Falls, just say Dark Falls.
Dark Falls.
Yeah, never say the unless it is like a title of a book.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen those titles of movies where it says the blah blah Chronicles, the Thomas Crown Affair? Yeah? Because you would never call a guy the Thomas, right? Do you know what I mean?
No.
Like
Not quite. Not quite.
exactly. Have you ever heard of someone saying, the Leigh, she's here? Never, right?
No.
Right. So never say the Dark Falls. Say Dark Falls.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, Dark
The
Falls.
you talked about the article.
Yeah. So
Dark Falls.
we can say the before a noun like the man, the dog, but we cannot say an article before a proper noun like the
Mm,
Leigh, the Thomas, right?
got it.
Only with the exception of titles, right? Okay. Um,
Did you realize
what?
I added added
What's that?
everything?
What's that?
I added the article. I have so many mistakes like habit. I didn't even realize.
I'm writing them down as you read and you talk. By the way,
Yeah.
I'm making notes. Yeah. So you have s. You have you forget to say it. You're
Yeah.
misusing articles. You forget to say and. For example, you said mom, dad. You forgot to say and. Yeah, you forget to say
Okay.
and. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
very common Chinese thing, by the way. Very common because the
What
structure.
should I say? Mom and dad.
Yes, mom and dad. Never
Okay.
say
Rather
mom,
than
dad.
mom, dad.
Mom
Okay.
and dad. Uh-huh.
Mom and dad.
There you go.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Mom and dad. Okay. So, anyways, let me ask you a few questions. Where was I? Okay. Oh yeah. What is the name of the girl?
Amanda.
Amanda.
It's Amanda.
Okay. So now I want you to say the response, the reply. I want you to say it in full form. So I want you to say, Amanda. The girl's name is Amanda, or the name of the girl is Amanda, like that. Okay.
Okay. The name of the girl is Amanda.
The name of the girl.
The name of the girl is Amanda.
There you go. Okay, I'm gonna make you.
Fantastic.
I'm gonna make you do full form until I can see that you're changing your habits. Okay,
Sure.
so that you structure everything correctly. Got it?
Fantastic.
All right. What about the boy? What is the name of the boy?
The boy's name is Josh. Is Amanda's brother, younger
Very,
brother.
very good. Very good. What is the setting?
What do you mean by setting?
The setting is in a story. The setting is the time and place.
Well,
Like
I don't understand that.
for example, the setting would be when. When does it take place? When?
When in the past, the
Well,
setting was in the
yeah,
past.
it said
Something
that
in the
the book
past.
the book said that they were what month of the year was it?
Ooh, I don't know.
You can
Let me.
look at the book, look at the story. It's in the beginning. I think it's around there.
July. It was the middle of the July.
Don't say the July, say July.
July. It's middle of July.
It
It's
was the
middle of
middle.
July. Thank you. It's middle of July.
It was the middle of July. Okay, all right. It was the middle
It's
of
middle
July.
of. How's the setting? So I don't understand that question very well. What's the setting? How's the
Okay,
setting?
whenever, my dear Lee, whenever you
Yeah.
talk about a book or
Yeah.
you talk about a story or a movie or in the movie
Yeah.
industry, you always talk
Yeah.
about the setting. Yeah, the
Mm-hmm.
setting and the plot, right? Have you ever heard?
Setting.
What was that?
What did you say? Setting and something
The setting
else.
and the plot.
Plus.
No, plot. P
Plot.
P-L-O-T. Plot.
A plot. Yeah.
Yeah,
Setting
yeah.
and
The
plot.
thing is that our vowels are mixed up because you're Australian. That's why. That's okay
No,
though. That's okay. But that's okay. So the plot, right? The plot. For you, it's okay because you have that accent, and That's completely fine. But if it's for example, Ukrainian students, it is not acceptable. They have to learn how to say the O. Yeah,
Yeah.
because they are
Okay.
not an English speaker. You are, let's say, you are an adapted English speaker with very few
Yeah.
mistakes, right? So it's okay for you to say plot, okay? Because it is where you live. It is where you live
So
in this case.
how do you say the question? What's the plot setting? How's the
The
setting?
what is the plot?
What is the plot and what is
Yeah.
setting? Means the time frame.
What is
You
the
generally,
setting? The setting. There you have
what
to
is
say
the
the.
setting?
Yeah, the
Means
setting.
that just generally asking for the time frame.
Right. The setting is where, like for example, it could be in Alabama, right? 1950 something, the middle of July, right?
Yeah.
The setting is also if it's day or night, yeah.
Okay.
So
So
it's
in
sort.
this,
Tell me.
no, go on.
I'm sorry. You go. I already forgot what I was gonna say. Tell me. Tell me. Tell me.
I was just asking setting. So in this, I was interrupted you.
It's okay.
Sorry.
It's okay.
So the setting in this scenario, I could say it's in Dark Falls,
Dark
and
Falls
it's in Dark Falls. The happening in Dark Falls was middle. It was in the middle of
of
July.
July. Yes, it was the middle of July. It looked like was it night or was it day when they got there?
During the day.
It was during the day. Okay, so that's the
Yeah.
setting, right? And the setting is also the environment. For example, the city. What did it look like? The setting is about giving the person that reads a location. Yeah,
Okay.
right? Because they need to know the context. Where are they?
Okay.
That is the setting. Yeah.
Right. So they are in the small town
Right.
called Darkfall. In the
Dark
middle,
Falls. Uh-huh.
in the
Yes.
middle of the July.
Of July, not the July, of
Of
July.
July. It's middle of July.
Yes, middle of July.
What else? Environment.
They
Do I
were,
miss it?
yeah, it's fine. You're doing fine. You're doing fine. You're doing fine. So they describe, how did they describe the city?
uh, Small, quiet.
Small, quiet, what else? Yeah, quiet, very quiet, a little too quiet, right?
Yeah, that's how I remember it. I can't capture
Uh-huh.
it in the book now. Yeah, very quiet. Well, I can't remember.
So it's, you see, the author gives us the appearance of Dark Falls as being a very dark place,
Yeah,
shadowy, with casting shadows, overcast weather, right?
yeah,
That's what the author gives us. That gives us, for example, whenever you look at a movie, you always see pictures of trees of the city, right? You see the
yeah.
like one of those drones, right, flying above a city. It gives us the context, right,
Right,
of where are we, and
right.
and
Okay,
the plot is the actual situation. What is going on, right?
right.
So it's a dog, a family. They're
Yeah,
about to move to a new house. They're waiting. That's the
yeah,
plot. Okay.
yeah.
So could you tell me what the plot is, like real quick, in a nutshell?
Um, so a family, Amanda's whole family
Uh-huh.
moved to small town called Dark Falls.
Uh-huh.
This is a house that he inherited from Amanda's dad's great uncle.
Okay.
It's a big creepy house
Uh-huh.
that nobody actually liked
What?
it,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
wants it,
Uh-huh.
and they saw a ghost
Okay. Good. That's it.
in the house. Yeah.
Perfect. Can you describe Amanda's personality?
Um, sh- she she is she described herself a little bit more patient than her.
She
She
describes
described herself
with an
as a bit more
S.
patient. She describes herself a bit more patient than her brother Josh.
Patiently.
But
Patiently.
patient,
No.
patient,
Patiently.
patiently,
There you go.
more patient.
Uh-huh. You have to add the adverb there.
Okay.
Yeah.
She described herself.
Describes.
Describe herself
Describes with an S.
patiently.
Describes.
Describes herself patiently than her
There you go.
brother.
Because you said more. So that more is you have to add more what? Patiently.
More
Yeah.
patiently.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because if you say more patient, then you're making a comparison in that case. But here, more patient, you got to use a verb adverb. It's sort of hard to tell you the rules, but that is the way you say it. Yeah. More
Okay.
patiently, right?
More
Okay.
patiently than her
Uh-huh.
brother.
Okay, okay.
But my impression with her is that she's also the spoiled young kids, and she
Uh-huh.
has her own personality. She's speak to her mind. She speaks to her mind of her mind.
She speaks her mind.
She speaks her mind,
Speaks. She
and
speaks.
she speaks her mind.
Yeah, there you go.
And she speaks her mind. If she likes something, she like it. If she doesn't, she doesn't.
She doesn't what?
If she doesn't like something, she probably wouldn't enjoy it.
Uh-huh. Okay.
She shows her all her emotions on her face. She doesn't know how to hide her face, hide her emotions, hide her
Emotions.
emotions. She doesn't know how to hide her
Emotions with an S.
emotions.
There you go.
Yeah.
Emotions. Very good. This repetition is very good. All right. What about Josh? Can you tell me a little bit about Josh?
Josh is a young boy, 17, about 11 year
Uh-huh.
old.
Years old.
Years old. She's about
Uh-huh.
11 years old. She's a bit more spoiled kid.
Uh-huh.
A spoiled
A
kid.
bit. Uh-huh.
A bit spoiled kid. He generally gets what he wants by just knowing his mom
Uh-huh.
and dad. He generally gets his way.
Okay. Is he okay? What is it? Okay, out of the two, Amanda and Josh, who do you think can stand on their 2 feet?
I think this is Josh.
Okay.
Josh
What?
was
Uh-huh.
stick with his mind. He doesn't give in if he once he made up his mind.
Okay, okay. Do you know what that means? Someone who can stand on their 2 feet?
Well, stays his ground.
Not exactly. Well, okay, standing your ground is something that's very different from standing on your 2 feet.
Okay.
When you stand on your 2 feet, it means that you are more realistic about
Oh,
what's going on.
stand up.
When you stand your ground, you are defending your argument,
Okay.
right? You may be wrong, right?
Yeah.
You may be actually unrealistic when you stand your ground because you may be somebody who's defending only your point of view, but somebody who can stand on their 2 feet understands all of the perspectives.
Gotcha.
Okay? So in this case, who do you think can stand on their 2 feet?
Well, in that case, I would say Amanda will be the
I'll
one
be the one, right?
stands up her own feet.
Right. Why can she stand on her 2 feet?
She realized it's realistic for they will not change the minds of their parents to move back to their own house. It's a family's decision to stay to move here in the new Duck Falls in Duck Falls. They have to live here. They have to, and there's not their choice.
Good. Always try to use this word whereas.
Whereas,
Yeah, whereas Josh, right? To give it more contrast, right?
Yeah, whereas Josh didn't realize the reality. He still believes he can get his way.
Get his own way, right?
Gets his own way by using his own tricks.
Using his own tricks. Okay. All right. Is Amanda? Do you think Amanda is down to earth?
Compared to Josh, yes, she is. She's a more down to earth kind of girl.
Okay, what makes her down to earth?
She's quite. I feel she look at the good thing of the everything.
She looks at the bright side of things, right?
She looks the bright like it. She looks the bright side of things.
She looks at the bright side.
She looks at the bright side of things.
Okay. Yeah.
I like that phrase.
I know what you're trying to say, but the hard thing is, my dear Leigh, is that sometimes I how would I say this? Have you ever talked to somebody at work, or you're talking to a good friend, you're having a really good conversation, and then somebody interrupts from behind or from the side, and then you forget what you're talking about?
No, no, no.
No, never happened.
Yes, I know. I know.
Happens to me all the time. But I'm trying to correct you without you forgetting your train of thought. Yeah, it's
No,
very hard to do.
I loved it. I love the approach you
Okay,
using.
okay.
Actually, I would note down the things I'm actually not aware of, and which is I'm struggling to describing it. That's
Yes.
fantastic. Let's
Okay.
continue. So she look at the bright side of things.
Yeah,
Look at
she looks at the bright side of things.
at she look at the
She
bright side of
looks. She
things.
looks.
She looks
So
at
we have to hold on, let me make a note here. We have to really work on your third person.
S.
Yeah, third. Well, there's many. The thing is that English has many inflections. That's a
Yes.
technical word for S. In this case, third person S,
Yeah.
because we have third person S, we have plural S. Yeah,
Yes.
we
Yeah.
have so many. So third person S. Okay, so she's down to earth because she looks at the bright side of things. What else?
And what else? I mean, only can expand that because expanding that point because she look at the bright side thing. She try to adapt to the new environment quickly.
Okay, she tries
She
to
tries
adapt.
to
She tries to adapt
she tries
quickly,
to adapt. She tries to adapt to the
quickly, right?
environment quickly
Instead of
instead
rebelling,
of
right? Rebelling.
rebelling.
Rebelling means to
Rebel.
be against. Yeah,
Rebel. I know the word, but I don't know how to spell it.
yeah.
Rebelling it.
Rebel.
BEL.
Yeah,
Rebelling. Okay. BEL.
Rebel. Uh-huh.
Rebelling it.
You
Fantastic.
ever heard of rebel without a cause?
Mm, Rebel
No,
without a cause. No,
no.
we have a store called Rebel.
Yeah, no kidding. Probably Billy Idol probably owns it.
Oh, really?
Well,
I don't know. I don't know if
you
I'm
never heard of
listening.
Billy Idol?
No,
Never heard of Billy Idol? Big '80s star
no, not for me.
from his album Rebel Yell. I'm sort of a music buff. All right.
I'm actually fun disconnected with the European like music world, so it's
Uh-huh.
very much like
All right.
I'm so distant right now.
All right. Okay, that's fine.
What's his first name? Oh, Rebel. I look at the
Rebel.
map.
Yeah, yeah. Billy Idol.
Billy Idol.
Billy Idol.
I
You ever hear that song?
got it.
What? Yeah, you got him.
Got him. Yeah.
Yeah, Billy Idol.
It looks quite rocky.
He's a white
I
guy, blonde guy that goes. He shows his
yeah.
fist.
Okay, I'll look it
He
up
has a song
later.
called White Wedding. Very famous. You've heard of this song, I'm sure you have.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Part of the post punk pop scene in England. Okay, here is another question. Um,
Yep.
what is it? Hold on. Do their parents feel at home?
Um, my feeling there's no specific describe. The story didn't see it precisely, but I don't think they do.
Okay, why not?
They try to adapt to it. I think the feeling the kids had is more described from the children's perspective,
Uh-huh. It's from their
um,
perspective. Correct.
but I believe the parents feel is exactly the same.
Uh-huh.
But
They just don't probably say it.
yeah, that's because the children's more direct to their
Exactly.
expression.
Exactly. Yeah, they're kids
Children are
tell the
more
truth,
direct.
right?
Yeah, speak to the truth.
Yeah, they speak the truth. Whereas an adult knows that he or she has to adapt, and no matter where they are. So as long as you have a place to live, you're fine, right?
Yes.
You're fine. How
But the
did the,
kids, they
tell
just
me.
need some fix up. They just need some fix up. Yeah.
Right, right. How did they acquire their new home?
Say it again. Sorry, what was the question?
How did they acquire their new home?
It's from Amanda's dad's, and the dad's is old uncles, old uncle, great uncle.
Amanda's great uncle. Yeah, or
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
that's
her father's great uncle.
the father's great uncle is a great uncle. The Amanda's dad
Yeah. Uh-huh.
left
Her father's great uncle.
left.
Uh-huh.
Can I say left a well to them?
Yeah, left the house in his will.
Let the house
Left.
let the
Left.
left the house in
Uh,
his well.
in his
Beautiful.
will. We say
In
that
his well.
do you know why we say that?
No.
Because when you write a will, when you're writing a document,
Yeah. Yeah. I know that.
you leave in writing that the house will belong to
Yeah.
somebody. That's why you say
Right.
you left the house.
Left. Oh, I left
Yeah.
the house in the will.
In
Yeah.
his will. Why in?
His
Because it's in his will. Yeah.
left. Yeah. His house. He left the house in his will. Yeah.
His will, right? People are
To Amanda's house. Yeah. To
right.
Amanda's dad.
Uh-huh. Right. Exactly.
Fantastic.
What okay, now that what was their dad planning to do now that he had a home?
He planned to quit his job and sell out his current home for money.
Yeah, but he was planning to do something else.
He also wanted to start writing.
He also wants to start.
He wants to start writing,
Okay, or become a what?
become a writer.
Become a full-time writer.
He wants to become a full-time writer
Right.
after quitting his current job.
Exactly. What we all
He
want
wants
to do, right?
Yeah. Hey,
Right?
I'm unemployed at the moment.
Ah,
Full-time student.
by someone as smart as you, you'll get something. What was their uncle's name? Their great uncle's name?
I don't know. Let me check it out. Let me find out.
Yeah, find it.
Great uncle's name. I think it's on page 1. Charles.
Charles.
He's a great uncle. His dad, the great uncle.
Her dad's great uncle's name is Charles.
Her dad's great uncle's name is Charles.
Charles. Okay.
Charles.
What is a great uncle, by the way? Define it.
It's great uncles.
Yeah. What is a great uncle? How is that? What is the relation? What is a great uncle?
I don't know. I guess is mom's mom or dad's uncle.
No.
Dad's uncle.
Your great uncle is the brother of your grandmother or grandfather.
Oh, okay. Great uncle's brother of grandmother of grandfather.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you have any great uncles or great aunts?
I do.
Yeah, you do.
But I'm not familiar with them.
Yeah, nobody is. Nobody really knows their great uncles.
Yeah. my mom and grandparents' generation, they have more brothers and sisters.
Yeah. Exactly. I have one great aunt who's alive, and I I actually talk to her sometimes. She's very old, but she's still sane and conscious. She can still talk. She's very old.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Tara.
Makes me feel like family.
Yes, that's good.
How old is Amanda and Josh?
Amanda is 12. Josh is just turning to 11-year-old.
Okay. Yeah,
Can I say
Josh.
11-year-old?
No, Josh just turned 11 actually.
Josh just turned
No, just
11.
turned. Just turned.
Just turn. Oh,
Turned.
just turn. Turn is the verb. Josh just turned 11.
Yeah, exactly. When did he turn 11? It's in the story.
Ooh, you asked a very detailed question. I love it.
Well, I mean, this. Okay, I'll tell you later.
Oh, I love it. That
Thank
this is
you,
my
thank you.
first time
It's
read a
the
novel
it's
like this way.
the thing is that it's the little things that count. Have you heard of that?
Yes,
And when it and when it
I do.
when it comes to this, the questions and the way you respond is what I'm after.
Yes. Ah,
Cause not anybody, not you not just anybody can like pinpoint the little mistakes. It's something that requires lots of patience.
I fully aware it. So
Uh-huh.
that's why I need you to help me because it's not
Yeah.
easy to
Oh
fix people
yeah,
like
yeah.
me.
No
It's
one.
very
Yeah.
difficult.
And even if there were people, no one will have the patience to do it. I love it.
Yeah,
This is what I do.
that is amazing. That really impressed me. I'm not joking. It's just amazing. I can't find it for some reason. I knew exactly where it is. It's the when Mr. Dawes asked
Yeah. So he.
how old are they?
Well,
Mom
we'll
replied,
we'll get back to that question.
"Okay, cool."
Okay. What do they look like?
Okay, I have a big idea. I mean, they are the similar. Okay, okay. I think I'll find it. I remember moms have a dark hair.
Okay.
Dad is a bit overweight.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Yeah, that's a bit overweight. Yeah.
Dad's overweight, and there's something Amanda says something about when she described Josh. She says something about when also said she's more patiently than Josh.
Uh-huh.
She described also saying, oh, yes, we looks a little bit like. It's the same area. Okay. Curly brown hair. So they both have a curly brown hair like
Yeah.
theirs and
Uh-huh.
dark brown eyes.
Okay. Very good. Very,
And I
very
think
good.
so. The Josh. Just let me answer your
Don't
last
don't say
question.
the
No,
Josh. Never say the. It's just Josh.
Josh. Josh turned 11 in June.
Very good. Yeah, he barely
Josh
turned 11, right?
barely. Yeah,
Yeah, just
correct.
barely. Who says they have serious faces?
Other people's.
Other people.
Other people. Other
Yeah,
people.
other
Yeah.
people. What is their dog's name?
Pete. The dog's name. The family dog's name is Pete.
Or Petey?
Petey.
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 The family dog's name is Petey.
Okay. And what breed is the dog?
That's something I didn't figure out. Actually, I was onto that, but I didn't figure. I didn't look at it further. No, I don't know. I know. I don't know
So
how to
he's
describe it.
he's a terrier. He's a terrier, curly little hair terrier.
Curly little hair terrier. Okay.
Yeah. How did Petey behave when he barely got home? The new home, when he saw the new home.
He was jumping up and down. He was very noisy. He was barking all the time,
Uh-huh.
and it wasn't his normal behavior. He's barking at Miss Dao in my memory.
What's that?
He was barking at Mr. Dao, I think, in my memory. I don't remember clearly because they had calmed the dog down,
Uh-huh.
calmed down and I explained to Mr. Dao said the dog normally not like that. He's normally very quiet. They have to say
Normally
stop.
quiet. Uh-huh. So he usually behaves very well, right?
Yeah. Okay, yes.
It's a usually a well-behaved dog.
Yeah,
What is
he's really a
what is the real estate agent's name?
Mr. Dow, the real estate agent's name. The young real estate agent is a young man called Mr. Dow.
Mr. Dawes.
Miss Dawes.
Mis-
Miss Dawes.
Mr.
Mr. Dawes.
Mr. Dawes. Mr. Dawes.
Yeah.
And what does Mr. Dawes look like?
He has a blonde hair. Mr. Dow has blonde hair.
Okay.
He's a young man with a blonde hair, I think.
Okay. What does he wear? What is he wearing?
I don't remember.
So he's got something particular about him, and he's not exactly young, and there's a clue that tells you why he's not young because of his eyes.
I don't
So
remember.
the
I
book
didn't pay attention to that.
the book says that he has crinkly blue eyes.
Crinkly. What does that mean?
Crinkly
Means
means crinkly blue. Okay, crinkly eyes means when your eyes are really wrinkly around here. Yeah.
oh, right.
Uh-huh.
I didn't know
That's
that.
the only
Right.
it's the only way you know he's old.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the only way. There's no other. No one mentions his name.
Yeah.
What you do? I mean, one could assume that maybe he's from 30 to maybe 50 or 60, right? But because that's what a real estate agent's name, what a real estate agent's age could be, right?
Yeah.
Right, from maybe late 20s to maybe late 40s, 50s. But in this case, he's really old because he has these really, crinkly blue eyes. So they're really wrinkly.
Right. Okay. I didn't pay attention to that. I didn't even understand that
Uh-huh.
means,
Yes.
honestly.
That's why I
Crinkly.
asked you what his age is to see if you understood to see if you understood
No.
what crinkly meant.
Crinkly. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. All right, and he was actually wearing a wide brimmed hat.
Oh no, I didn't pay attention to
So
that.
imagine an old tall guy wearing a
Yeah.
cowboy hat.
Where did it say it? Where did it say it?
Uh-huh. Should be around there somewhere.
Yeah. Okay. Have a look.
All right, here's the last question. Was Josh always under Amanda's feet?
I think yes. He was.
He was. Why? Why was he under Amanda's feet?
Uh, I don't remember in detail, but I have a feeling that he is. He's on her feet.
What does that mean?
Means us always picking on her.
No. No. When you are under someone's feet, it means that you're close. Your relationship is close, right?
Oh, okay.
But
Under someone's feet. Is
yeah,
it
under
how
someone's
it's described?
feet. Yeah. Under someone, or you can say the name to replace.
Under on.
Yeah, under someone's feet, or under Amanda's feet, or under my feet, under your feet.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
Close
and
means close.
it means when someone is very close to you, but they drag you, they pull you back. Like let's say that you and I go out, right?
Yeah.
And your friends come over, and
Yeah.
you say, "Hey, let's go out. Let's go to a bar." And I tell you, you know what? I can't drink. So
Yeah.
you say to yourself, "Well, he's my teacher, so I have to come with him, right? Because I want to be
Yeah.
nice." And then
Yeah.
I drag you over there, but I don't want to drink. I'm no fun, so
Yeah.
I'm kind of holding you back. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? And we're close. Now pretend that we're really close, right? Like we're kind of like almost like boyfriend girlfriend, or we're brothers or something, right?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
really close friends. And then all of a sudden, let's say that we're all walking as friends, and then you guys all decide to run, right? And then all you guys run, but I can't run, so
Yeah.
you have to stay there with me.
Right.
right? So that I'm holding you back. So yeah,
Sure.
I'm under your feet because I'm holding you
Sure.
back.
Okay.
That's what when someone is under your feet, sort of like your little brother. Yeah.
Right.
My little brother he was always under my feet. Why? Because he always dragged me back. I could never play tag with him. I always had to
Yeah.
wait for him. I
Yeah.
always had to worry about him. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Very good. Very good. Thank you so much for reading that first chapter. Now this is not. I mean, this is actually a kid's book. Your oral summary was quite well. It was pretty good. It was very, very good. Now let me see. Let me give you. We still don't. We still have to talk about the video. But as
Yes.
you can see, an hour goes by way too fast.
Yeah.
Goes way. Hold on. So let me do this. We're on Skype all the time.
Yeah.
It is freezing over here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you chapter 2.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is like the longest chapter. Next time we'll just go a little faster
Mm-hmm.
and we'll go to the video.
Mm-hmm. You know, when I watch the video, and you ask me to think about how that relates to English learning,
Uh-huh, yeah. Uh-huh.
I'm a little bit. I mean, I enjoy the video first of all. I
Uh-huh.
think it's a
Okay.
really great video, and it beats this creator, YouTube creator, is actually really smart. I looked up his other video too, and the one thing he really worries me is that he mentioned something about the people when people get older. I'm probably just overthinking. You know, we have less brain plasticity,
Neuroplasticity.
neuroplasticity than the child, and you know that worries me because I was thinking, oh my god, you know, I'm not gonna
It's it,
improve
it's
as
it
faster as
okay,
I used
what
to.
he's trying to say there, okay. How would I explain this? Okay. The thing is that a kid learns faster not because he's just younger.
Yeah,
A kid learns faster because there's many other factors, not just neuroplasticity. You got to
yeah,
remember that a kid is not programmed yet. An
mm,
adult has already been programmed. You already
yeah,
learned the language.
yeah,
Now you have to unprogram yourself to reprogram yourself.
yeah,
That's why it causes you trouble because you already have previous information. Whereas a kid, he's got nothing. He has no vowels. He's just barely learning them. So therefore, it's
yeah,
easier for him because he's on a clean
right.
slate. Do you understand what I mean?
I do, you know,
He's a,
yeah,
he's like he's on a clean slate. Very easy.
right.
And a good analogy for this is like, for example, let's say that you wanted to reprogram your Windows, right? If you're a PC
Yeah,
user,
yeah,
it's actually easier to just erase the whole damn computer, right? And start
mm,
from scratch than to go on the computer and erase all the files. And you know what I mean? Erase all the files.
mm,
But what you have to do, since you're an adult, you have to do it the old style, the other way. You have to go through the files and erase all of the files. And then you have to rewrite them all over again. That's what you're doing.
I see.
That's why, because you already have a program. The other reason is because adults are more formal. Have you ever noticed that kids say the stupidest things?
Yes,
Exactly.
no,
They
yeah,
have permission to say it because of social norms. Whereas an
yeah,
adult doesn't have this permission, so you're more aware of what you say, so you don't say anything because you're afraid of being stupid. Whereas a kid because of this, a kid makes more mistakes, and that means what? More learning,
that's right.
right?
I remember when I learned English when I'm younger, I don't give a shit about the language
Exactly.
mistakes.
There
I
you go.
speak, I
Uh-huh.
talk, and I just try to make sense of it. If you don't understand, doesn't matter. I try, keep trying, and I keep trying.
Yes, there you go.
And I realize that when I get older, I'm more scared to talk because
Exactly.
the more seniority I'm progressing, I'm actually worried about people thinking I'm stupid.
There you go. That
Yeah,
limits you. That limits you. That limits the learner. Yeah, you
that's
understand?
true.
That's
That's
one
true.
of the biggest factors.
Yes.
of limiting. So
Okay.
it's not so much neuroplasticity, it's just maybe a small factor, but there are social factors that cause it more, that's heavier. And the last one is that adults take more of the logical way. They take more of the explicit way to learn a language
Yeah.
rather than just letting nature take its course.
Fantastic.
They want to
Okay.
learn they want to learn backwards. They want to learn business language when in fact what you have to learn is how to speak first, how to just generally speak to anybody. Where kids do
Right.
the opposite. They learn how to talk to their mom and dad first, and then they go to
Yeah.
college, right?
Yeah.
Those are the reasons.
Right. Okay.
They're more risk takers because there is no risk. Yeah?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
My dear Leigh, I got to get going. I have another student coming up. It's so sad that we don't have enough time. I left you the next chapter. We still have to talk about the video, but we will do
Uh,
some phonetic practice for our next class, okay? And I'll teach you a little bit more about that. So
how
tell me,
how
tell
do
me.
you give the feedback for the writing? Because I'm still wanted
Ah,
to
yeah,
write.
yeah.
Yes.
We gotta do that together. I cannot do it because you're not there. You have to be there.
Okay.
Okay. So
Okay.
okay, let's do that instead. All right. We'll do that
Right.
instead because everything takes a long time, as you've seen, right? But it goes by pretty
Yeah.
fast. Okay.
Sure.
Any
Sure.
other
All right.
questions, Leigh?
Probably what I'll do is, can I continue write? I mean, for
Yeah,
those
yeah, yeah,
articles,
yeah, yeah. Here.
can I just continue write? I really like
Yes,
for
yes.
you to correct
So,
me, and that'll
so
be really great.
do
Yeah.
it. The idea, okay, the idea is that you write as much as possible, right?
Okay.
But the reason why I haven't told you is because usually students they don't see writing as important. So I give them a minimum. Yeah. But
Yeah.
in this case, you're actually a rare kid. You actually want to write. Yeah. So
Yes.
that's a good thing. That's a really good thing. You'll learn faster, right? You're the smart one. You're the smart one, right? So what I
Okay.
want you to do is I want you to here. I'm going to give you a prompt. Got it? So
Mm-hmm.
this is different. Hold on a second. This is very good. Uh, here, this is a prompt I want you to write. Always write on Google Docs. The fact that you're pretty good at writing, because I saw a little bit, it means that we could correct it faster. Okay. This
Mm-hmm.
is a
Great.
prompt I want you to write. I want you to write another summary of chapter two.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want you to write that prompt. It says, see what it says is finish this thought. If I could change one thing about myself, right? What would you do? Yeah.
Okay.
That's a different structure. Yeah.
Okay.
And there, you're
Yeah.
actually using an argumentative structure.
Okay.
All right. That's a different structure.
Yeah.
See if you could
Okay.
do that one. All right. Read it. And if you have time,
Yeah.
I want you to write to show me how the backwards bicycle works. Okay.
Okay.
All
Perfect. Excellent.
right. So how does the backwards bike work? Okay.
Okay.
Those
Yeah.
those three. You got it?
Okay. Good.
Those
No
will
problem.
I think those will correct those in the flash. I don't think they'll take too long. All right?
Okay.
That is
Cool.
it, Leigh. I got to get going, okay? Bye.
All right.
See ya.
Bye.
All
Good
right.
day. See you.
I had a lot of fun with you, by the way, just to tell you.
Me too. Me
Loved
too.
it.
I
Good
enjoyed
job. Right? See ya.
it. Thank you. See ya. Bye.
Ah.